We'll move on to our Spec Miata champion, first national title for Steve Gorriaran in the scca driven performance guerrilla racing Mazda Miata. Make sure we get those in. Steve, we all got to watch the battle for second place, but you probably benefited the most from it. In that once they started to mix things up, they let you stretch it out just a little bit, and seemed to be what you needed to bring it home for the win.
Yeah, it was just that little bit. Like Matt said, Jim said at the start, I mean, it couldn't have been closer. You know, the flag went green, and it couldn't have been a cleaner, closer start. We all went into one right there, and then, like these guys said, within I thought it was like 2 laps, and the 4 of us were gone. And I think it was on lap 2 or 3. Matt had a great run coming out of 14. I'm glad that was your last good run out of 14. And he just came right up on me, and I said, all right, you know, it wasn't, you know, if we went side by side through one, probably would have hurt us both. And I think he was smart enough, and it was a good move to push me, because, you know, if Matt and I could have broken away, or, you know, Jim and I, if any 2 guys could have broken away, you definitely would have broken away. And so it was a smart move on his part to do that, and I think it worked out. But I think what happened then was when he got into it, who was it, Todd? Yeah, the first Todd put a move on him first. So I was trying to drive and watch at the same time. It wasn't so easy. And I think that first move hurt the 3 of them, you know, a lot. And that was just that's the gap. That was the gap. You know, it just never changed. Otherwise, the 4 of us would have been there. And a couple of times, you know, when Matt was leading the crew, it seemed like they were coming back on me, and then he had just a little push coming off of that last turn. And then all of a sudden it seemed like things really started coming together for Jim. And all of a sudden I see him just go boom, 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 and I see him walking me down like that, and I was like, damn, how many laps are left in this race? I said, I hope there's 1 more, because if there's 2 more, we're going to be side by side coming out of 14. So it was pretty intense. It was a good battle, and I was just trying to stay cool and not make any mistakes, and just, you know, look at the dash and just keep running consistent times and hit my marks. I like to thank a few people. I like to thank my wife, Corrine, my kids, Max, Natasha, and Sophia, my mother-in-law, Claudette, all her help and support. And then just David Delegenio was absolutely phenomenal. The setup of that car could not have been better on race day. He always does that for me. The car is even better on race day than it is in qualifying. The guy just puts it together. And then Phil's tires, the tires were phenomenal. Bought brake pads, the brakes were awesome. And that made a little difference. We actually changed to a different compound this week. First time we used them, and they seemed to give us a little bit of time. Buzz Through Coffee, Bruce, Mary Jane, Corey up there, all their support. David lives on coffee. Backstreet Performance, the dyno guys did a great job. Our dyno guys at home, you know, it was just a complete package, you know, good team effort, everybody.
Well, congratulations. Tell us how it feels to be here on the top of the box at the runoff.
Well, let's see, how many years has it been now? It's been a long, painful road. 2 years ago, I was 4th. So I walked down to the podium to watch those guys just to see what it looked like and make sure I wanted it bad enough. And then last year I was 2nd and kind of did what Matt did. I was trying to break away. I didn't want to get into it. You're way better off if you just break away and then settle it out, you know, 4 to go. And I got to tell you, it would have been a great race. It might have been ugly for me, but you know, and so I finished 2nd by very, very, you know, 3 or 4 tenths of a second, very close. But I tell you, it makes you, you know, want to come back and work even harder and more. And I'm sure that Jim, you know, he's happy he came in 2nd. You know, Matt's happy he came in 3rd, beats 4th. But
he's first loser on second loser.
Well, that's all I've said that for a year now. Okay, but I am first loser. Okay, I say good job. I say first loser, dude. And I think that you know, it just makes you really, really hungry. And so maybe I better get out of this while I can, while I'm ahead, because these guys will probably say, "You push me next year, big boy," and then you settle it out at the end. So I think everybody raced clean and smart. I'm glad that these guys are so comfortable with each other. They wanted to get into it earlier. I think to tell you, you know, just a little more patience, and they would have just walked me back down. It would have been one hell of a race to the very end. And Jim had a great car at the end, so it would have been fun.
Well, again, congratulations on the runoffs win.